Oh, hey, what's up, folks? Man, don't mind me. I'm over here working on my bracket, trying to figure out why UGA doesn't have a slot on this bracket. I mean, I understand why, but still. Look, these number one, all these little number ones I see on this bracket got me thinking about number one, about being the best, about being on the top of your game, right? Like, for instance, my guest tonight, they have a number one book. I mean, number one on the charts with an S, all right? Look, this show, this show might be the number one show on Tuesdays. That's how I feel about it. And then speaking of number ones, there was a song that was on the charts, number one. Happens to feature my co-host, Kia Renee. This number one song was number one on the Urban Influencer R&B and Soul chart. So if we talking number ones, might as well play a number one song. That's how we doing it tonight on One Time for Your Mind. The name of the song, Unbothered, by Samuel Archer, my co-host, featuring Kia Renee. Check it out.
1, 2, 2, step. 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 A lot on my mind. Please get me out of my mind. I need to escape. I need to fall in the vibe. Ooh, heavy on the heart. Cause you know I got a big heart. And you try to play that card and take me out of my element. I act out of love. You know it's nothing but love. You messed up. I know when enough is enough. Oh, what? Before I say something I wanna say, I'm gonna stop right here. Take me out of my element. Want me to be mad so bad. Want me to be mad so bad. Want me to be mad so bad. Want me to be mad. You want me to be mad so bad. Want me to be mad so bad. Want me to be mad. You want me to be mad so bad. Definition of unbothered. I'm literally unbothered. Is that why you bothered? That's not my problem. I'm the definition of unbothered. I'm literally unbothered. Is that why you bothered? Well, that's not my here you go. But all this tripping. When you start that, I step back. I'm chilling. Here you go, with all this tripping. When you start that, I step back, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Chilling so much, I'm not paying attention. You don't like when I don't give you attention. You throw a fist, wanna start some. Every time we cool, it's a problem. So I know it's not me. Who made you bitter, not me. You don't really wanna fix this, so I question your intention. You want me to be mad so bad. Want me to be mad so bad. Want me to be mad so bad. Want me to be mad. You want me to be mad so bad. Want me to be mad so bad. Want me to be mad. You want me to be mad so bad. The definition of unbothered. I'm really unbothered. That's why you bothered. That's not my problem. I'm the definition of unbothered. I'm literally unbothered. Is that why you bothered? Well, that's not my problem. With all this tripping, with all this tripping. When you start that, I step back. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Here you go. With all this tripping. When you start that, I step back. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Two step. Two step. Two step. Get your two step on. Get your two step on. 1, 2 step. Two step. Two step. Well, that's not my problem.
Yo, it's time to go. Takeover Tuesday is here. JS1, play my intro.
You got to do your thing.
Check, the streets are talk, so you can check the rumors off. The takeover, top 20, of course, is what they speak about. So turn your speakers loud and blast your tweeters. Each and every Tuesday, hosted by Mastermind and the Diva. At 8 p.m., it's real radio, real fun. In the world of mannequins, it's the real one. So stay tuned for this typhoon of hits. I am Stans and I co-sign this. Do your thing. Yeah, do your thing.
One time for your mind, two times to move your spine. It's the hip hop and soul talking top phone, dropping master. The wheels are still. It's your man Mastermind. You're tuned in to the greatest show on TV. It's the indie show, all things indie. How y'all doing? It's another beautiful Tuesday. I'd like to welcome y'all to another great episode of the indie show, all things indie. This is your time right now to tell all your friends, family, cousins, all of them to tune in because we're going to have another great show. Last week was fire. This week is going to be fire. Y'all call it the fire department because it's a 4-alarm blaze and it's going down. All right. So this is part of the show. I just wanted to say hello to everybody out there, especially my platinum takeover achievers. All right. Big shout out. Y'all have had us since day one. That's a big shout out to Heath Gunn. He out there. And shout out to Jay Kells. Everybody loves you because you keep us laughing. So shout out. Say if you are in the chat room right now, if you're watching this, say hello. Say hello. And I'm going to say hello back to you right now. This is where you get your shout outs in right now. All right. While I'm giving shout outs, I want to say big shout outs to my guests last week. Little Mike and Funny Bone from the hit television show Reservation Dogs. Great interview. If you didn't see the interview last week, go check it out. BBC Live on YouTube. You will enjoy it. We focused on Native American hip hop, and it was amazing. It really was. We had a great time. Shout outs to the people that we had in the Will Be the Judge of That showcase. Sten Jody. He's also on the television show. Great interview. And this young man from Alaska, his name is Air Jazz. If y'all get a chance, look up Air Jazz and Sten Jody. The music is fire. And add Native American hip hop into your musical Rolodex. All right, diversify your portfolio, please. But I can't continue this show without saying hello to my crew. Now, the first person I'm going to bring up he's my co-host. He's my road dog. He is the man who brought us VBC Radio, VBC Life. He is the co-host of his own podcast called The Aries Lounge. You need to check that out because it's hip-hop and cognac. It's all types of craziness. And he has a podcast on Mondays called The Supply House. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for my producer, JS1.
Here.
How you doing, big homie?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. I'm ready for this great show today, man. A whole lot of prep went into this, so it's better be good.
It better be good. Come on now. We have a great track record. This is episode 11.
Get out of here. We did 11 already?
11.
Well, time flies when you're having fun, man. Time definitely flies when you're having fun.
You already know. And now I want to introduce my co-hostess with the mostest. You heard her song, and if you like me, you love the song. Ladies and gentlemen, she's my cousin. I just found out we're cousins because I was on Family Feud, but if you were part of the show, you already know that. She is quite the singer, and she is amazing on these edits because she does our editing and the recaps. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Kia Renee. How you doing, love? So we have ourselves a really good show today. But before we get into that, I need to get your opinions on last week's show. But before we do that, you know what we do. We call this segment.
We call this segment something special. And what that special thing is what I have to find. And when I find it, we do our thing, and it's
previously on Ready to Die.
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah. So what we do in this segment, we talk about last week's show, and I have to get your opinion. What did you think of last week's show, Kia?
I love last week's show. It really caught me by surprise. I learned so much from them. It was like, it was amazing. I learned so much. I usually see like, Native American people and, people are usually talking about like ancestors and things of that nature and what happened in the past, but I didn't know anything about them in the current.
Yeah.
So it was great to actually speak with them and to hear about their culture and just take it all in. What do you think about
and to factor that into their music as well, I was impressed, especially with Air Jazz, because Air Jazz actually used his native language in his music, and it was still fly.
Impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Impressive.
What about you, JS1? How you feel?
I'm ignorant and I'm from the hood, so like seeing them in real life was like, man, there's still engines around. That's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I can't call them engines no more. I gotta call them Native Americans, and then you can't call them Native Americans anymore. I don't know what do we call them, but it was great to see them and the full body tattoos. You know what I'm saying? I love that there's such a mashup of influences and everything in that one. And they guys were so positive and so loving and supportive of each other. It was like, oh man, I wish Black people could be that way.
That was the voice of JS1. Yeah. But no, for real. No, I mean, I definitely feel you. And it was a good show, and we learned a lot. And I think I want to do it again. I think, especially when they was talking about when Little Mike was talking about the Native American R&B, I was just like, yeah, I wanted to see what that's all about.
Yeah, if the Native American Tony Braxton is single, let's go.
This dude.
Who's the Native American?
So hey, you got the recap from last week?
Do I have the recap from last week? Where is the recap from? I've never received an email.
Check this out. Really though.
Hey, what do you want me to do, buddy?
Hey, that's cool.
Just working.
That's cool. It is what it is.
You know what?
The diva is in the building. What's happening with you, diva?
Oh, snap. It's the Overlord. Let me hurry up and get my stuff together before I get fired. We'll be done. We'll be ready to rock and roll in 30 seconds. Can I also add the general at the beginning of the show, we played a video with a dude. He was wearing like mad onyx, like rings and necklaces. Do you remember the name of that group? And it was like,
oh, yes. Yes, that was my introduction into Native American hip hop. The name of the group was called Snotty Nose Rez Kids. The name of the song was called Bougie Natives. So if y'all want to be like me, look up Bougie Natives, Boujee Natives online. That was my gateway into the music. And then you're going to go down this rabbit hole of finding new artists after new artists. And it's super fire.
Right. Okay. I got a little clippy clip that we can make happen. You ready for it?
Previously on. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, bro?
I thought that was the one. It's not it. That was a commercial from the last week's show. Nope, I don't have the joint.
Somebody getting fired.
Yeah, definitely. Got to get those interns out of here.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, we will keep this show going. Today is going to be an awesome show. Why? Because the two guests that I have today are awesome. Also, later on, and we'll be the judge of that, our current champion, our current winner, Lethal, she has 2 wins already. If she wins tonight, she will be our second champion.
Yay.
Is it going to happen? The competitors that we have say no. Anyway, I want to introduce today's guest. We went to school together. The University of Georgia. Kia, you got it?
Absolutely. So we got Ethan King coming in, and he is an entrepreneur with businesses in apparel, fitness, e-commerce, and real estate. He is a dynamic speaker who shares his journey from starving artist to CEO of multiple 7-figure brands. He has been featured on the cover of Best Self magazine and specializes in coaching high-performance professionals around the world. Ethan is the author of the forthcoming book, Wealth Beyond Money, Unlocking the 6 Dimensions of Success for Richness in Every Area of Your Life. And he is passionate about you truly having it all. Ladies and gentlemen, Ethan King.
Yo! What's up, everybody? What's up? Go Dogs. It's good to be here.
No doubt. Say it again for the people in the back.
Go Dogs. Number 1, baby. Number 1.
Yes,
National
the
champ.
number 1 theme continues. Who else we got, Kia?
Oh, well, we have the lovely Monica Allen. She grew up in a small town in Georgia with her single mom who had her at 18, her grandmother and uncle. Living below the poverty line for all of her young life, Monica has been determined to break the cycle. Being the first in her immediate family to attend a 4-year university, Monica worked in the field of insurance as a benefits broker for 8 years and earned her master's in business administration. You go, girl. Leaving to set out on her entrepreneurial journey in 2005, she is now a serial entrepreneur, owning several businesses. She is the co-founder of Zeus's Closet, Stuff for Greeks, and Deuce Equity Group. She is the sole proprietor of Monica Allen Interiors and the host of a successful podcast called Become Your Own Boss that focuses on bringing aspiring entrepreneurs, serious side hustlers, and early stage business owners inspiration, business-focused topics and tips, encouragement, and a community that helps them launch, grow, and scale their business while also being the boss of every area in their lives. She believes that being surrounded by positive people, believing in yourself, and having faith in God has led to her success. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Monica Allen.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Hey. Hey, dogs.
We're going to have ourselves a fun time tonight. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. So the next part of this show is a segment we called Elevator Pitch. All right?
Okay.
So an elevator pitch, you have to pitch yourself. You, based on this die, you get a certain amount of time to pitch yourself. So, Ethan, you have 20 seconds to pitch yourself. And Monica, you have 30 seconds, all right?
Okay.
So, ladies first, you have 30 seconds. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Make it good. And once the clock is on the screen, it's all about you. So
Okay.
Get your mind right.
Well, I feel like Kia covered it all.
That's
However,
why this is tough.
I
Go.
am a wife. I'm a mom of 2. I truly enjoy all things business. I love to talk entrepreneurship. I love to talk about business. I want to be your biz bestie, and that is why I started the Become Your Own Boss podcast. I also love my family. I love God, and I love just making life better for myself and others. And my life word is legacy. Legacy. And that's what I'm all about, leaving a legacy.
Hey! She did that. That's one of the best elevator pitches so far. I'm not trying to put any pressure on you, Ethan.
Why
You
do
only
I
going
get
to the
more
second
time?
floor.
I feel
You
like
only
the
going
lady
to the
should have
second
got more
floor. You
time.
only got 20 seconds.
Oh, I
The
got
roll
okay. I
of the
get
die.
that.
That's what it is.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
All right. Hey, in a nutshell, I have learned that my purpose in this world is to help you show the world how dope you are. And I can do that in many ways. You want to come to my company, Stuffer Greeks or Zeus's Closet, and get a dope jacket? I can make you look dope and show the world your brand, whatever you're into, whatever you want to do. I'm in this world to show how dope you are.
There we go. Bravo. You both did well enough to move on to the next round. Thank you very much. You're relaxed. You're comfortable. We're going to have some fun. We got people like Jay Kales in the audience talking about, I got to get my life together. These black folks are out here thriving. Hashtag salute. I see you. All right. Next segment. I like this segment. It's called New Phone Who This?
New phone, who this? New phone, who this?
So in New Phone Who This, I'm going to ask you 10 rapid fire questions. And you guys just got to be 100 because, we keep it 100 on this show. All right.
I love it.
So, like I said, ladies first. So first question, the anniversary of Notorious Big was last week. What is your favorite Biggie verse?
Juicy fruit. Okay, what's that verse? I don't know. And I know lots of them. Dang it.
Excellent. This is great TV because I'm putting folks on the spot, brain farts and everything. Ethan, I'm gonna put you on the spot now. What you got?
He had time to think about it.
Same question?
Same question, yeah.
Oh man, I got so many of them. Man, I got a story to tell. Bring some weed. I got a story to tell. Okay, here's my favorite. Here's my favorite line from Biggie. You're nobody till somebody's killed. You're nobody till somebody kills you. That was one of the deepest Biggie songs ever. Like that song just had me rethinking life altogether, man. You're nobody till till somebody kills you. Go back and listen to that one.
That is a good one. Kia Renee, what you got? I'm gonna put you on the spot on this one.
You are putting me on the spot too.
Yes. Do you have at least a favorite Biggie song?
I do. I think it's called Dreams. I think it's called Dreams, and I'm gonna rock with that.
I'm gonna let you have that one. JS1, you're the resident rapper. I know you got something.
I mean, come on. Your reign on the top is short like leprechauns. As I front so-called willies, thugs, and rapadons. Digging that ass quick, fast like Ramadan is the rap phenomenon. Dundada, F Papa. You got to call me Francis MH. Come on, bro. I got to understand how the gang go.
Hey. JKL said, far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it.
Right. No afraid. Sky's the limit. Let's go.
All right. Good one. Number 2. We recently lost an hour by springing forth on Saturday. Are you guys for or against daylight savings time? I'm going to go with Ethan first.
Man, I'm all for it. I love the sun. I love daylight. I want as much daylight as possible. So I'm all for daylight savings.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the same. I like the light. I don't necessarily like the dark mornings, but yeah, I like the light. I enjoyed driving home tonight, and it was still light outside. So I'm for it.
I can dig that.
I'm for it. Yeah.
Okay. Kia, since you in Texas, just gonna hit us.
You already know it's the West Coast. You see Mac Dre over here. You over here asking me Biggie questions or whatever. But I like when we right in the middle. I do. I don't like the dark mornings. I like it later in the day, but you know, I like the light later in the day, but I like when it's right in the middle.
All right. Third question. My man Gordon, longtime Sesame Street actor, passed away. Who's your favorite Sesame Street character and your favorite Sesame Street moment? I will go with Monica.
Okay, so I would say Big Bird is my favorite character.
Really?
Yeah.
Any particular reason why?
I just thought he was always friendly, a little naive, but very friendly, very caring. He could deal with Oscar, who was always grumpy and grinchy, you know.
Yep.
And then my favorite moment, and I'm gonna pull from like when my daughter was smaller, was
Okay.
when gosh, I can't remember her name, but a girl was on there singing like the number 4.
Yeah.
And the way she sang it was just so great.
All right.
I can't
Okay.
remember her name. I want to say Nelly Furtado, but that doesn't sound right. But I don't know. But that was my favorite Sesame Street moment.
Ethan, what you got?
Yeah. Man, my favorite character was the Count, man. Hands down. The Count was cool. It's crazy. Like around the time the age I was watching Sesame Street, I was into vampires too. So like the Count was just super cool to me. And my favorite moment, I mean, it was a repeated moment on the show, but whenever they did that song where they counted to 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yo,
7,
you stole
8,
my
9,
answer.
11, 12. Man, that was the jam.
Yes, that was the jam. That's what I was gonna say. Man, I thought I was being something. That's tight.
Yeah.
That's tight. All right, next question. I love this question right here. I asked everybody, so I'm gonna see what y'all talking about. I'm gonna judge you hard too. Favorite pie: Dutch apple, cherry, pumpkin, or sweet potato?
Favorite?
Yes, ma'am.
See, you put in that Dutch apple. See, I'll have to go with sweet potato.
Well, so wait, what's the difference between regular apple and Dutch apple?
So the Dutch apple, or I could be wrong, but whenever I see that, I think of the one with the crumbles on the top.
Yeah.
And I don't like that one. I like just the straight, like your grandmama laid out the dough.
Okay.
So I don't know. But I always think of Dutch apple as the one with the crumbs on the top, and I don't like that. So I'll go with sweet potato.
Sweet potato. Ethan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, I this is the first time I've ever heard the term Dutch apple, so you can judge me on that. I don't know what that is, but yeah, I'm gonna go with sweet potato too. Actually,
Okay, then. Good. So sweet potato is making a comeback. There's only been a couple of people that said pumpkin, so I just judged them harshly. The Diva says Kermit singing "It Ain't Easy Being Green" is one of her favorite moments, and Ernie with Cookie Monster is her favorite characters. My favorite character is Elmo. Elmo, he's a G, and I really like Elmo. And I'm old enough to remember Mr. Hooper. So R.I.P. Mr. Hooper.
yeah.
But yeah, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
That's that Dutch apple with the crumbs on top. See,
I'm gonna let you know. I had that Marie Callender's Dutch apple is the truth. I'm not an apple pie guy, but I had that, and I was just like, it changed my life. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna start eating some apple pie. Real talk. Free publicity for Marie Callender's that Dutch apple pie is the truth.
Yeah, sponsorship. Yeah.
All right. So now I'm going to get Dr. Phil on y'all. What is the best advice you've ever received? I'm gonna go with Ethan. Since he's helping folks out. He got that spirit, that ability. So go ahead. What's the best advice you've ever received?
You are the sum of the 5 people you talk to the most. So be careful who you talk to the most. I think it's a Jim Rohn quote. You are the sum of the 5. You're the average of the 5 people you talk to the most.
Well, dang. Okay, then. Monica.
oh gosh, the best advice. I would say the best advice that I've gotten was from Ethan's aunt, actually,
Okay.
her aunt and uncle, about when it comes to marriage and remembering, what that wedding band stands for, that circle, and that continuing love, even through the hard times and the not so great times, still having that continuing love and always trying to love your partner a little bit more than they love you. I just thought that was really good advice to go into marriage with. So I'll go with that one.
Well, we done got deep real quick. I appreciate that. That's good stuff right there. All right, here's a fun question. What's your go-to song for motivation?
I want to go. I want to go first.
You sure can.
I Was Here by Beyonce. That is one of my favorite, most powerful songs to me.
Kia Renee is nodding her head. I see you, Kia. That's a good choice.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
then.
That song
Which one of
makes
y'all
you
is going
want
to sing it?
That
You gonna
song
sing
makes
it?
you. Oh no, 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 no! I will not embarrass myself like that.
I like you, Ethan. That was a great question, sir. I appreciate
No,
that.
no, no.
I see what he's trying to do.
Because he knows I cannot sing.
Who put her on mute?
You muted yourself?
I muted myself by accident. I was saying,
You think about singing. And she
no,
muted
no,
herself.
no. Ethan knows I can't sing, so he's trying to set me up for failure. But no, that song is just so beautiful because it really makes you think about life and the impact that you have on it, and the longevity of your legacy. Goes back to legacy again. So that's my favorite.
I wish I could pick two, but I'm gonna go with one. "Lose Yourself" by Eminem. That is my motivational jam. Man, I actually have a whole playlist, man. I love this question. I could go on this question like for days, man.
I'll let you have another one because I just wanted to get inside your mind. So this is what new phone who this is all about anyway.
Okay. Jay-Z, my last song, "Treat My First Like My Last and My Last Like My First." That is my man. That song is so motivational to me. And last one, DMX. I guess the song's called Intro, but it's from his first album. It's dark and hell is hot. Mike Tyson used to come out to that song.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy, that's my jam. Those are my top 3 motivational songs.
Yeah, that is tight. I like the energy on that DMX one.
Yeah.
So, question number 7. Bel-Air is the hottest show on Peacock and the blueprint on reimagining a classic show. What are your thoughts on Bel-Air, and what classic TV show would you reboot?
Man, I love Bel-Air, first of all. I mean, I thought it was genius. Every time I look at it, I'm like, I want to go back and look at the sitcom and see how but I haven't had time to do it. But all of that stuff really happened. Like the tension was there between Will and Carlton, but it's just like escalated, and it's like, whoa, like it's savage. But it's a brilliant show. Much props to Will Smith, and his book is awesome too. Will, and what did you ask me? Oh, what show would I reimagine? That's a great question, man.
Thank you. This is what we do.
You say reboot? Yeah, I would. Let me see. What did I watch growing up? Probably, man, if you could take something like Golden Girls or something and put a twist on that, right? What? Because everybody, like, I feel like we all watched Golden Girls for some reason, right?
We only had 3 channels.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it in today's terms, like we had all the choices that we have now back then, would we really all be watching a show about 4 old white ladies? But that show was awesome. It was amazing. I love it. And I would just love to kind of like reboot it, because it's almost like it was almost, if you think about it, like the predecessor to like Sex in the City, kind of that vibe. But Golden Girls was the jam.
They in Florida, so they'd probably be running drugs and it's gonna be dark and twisted. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Okay, Monica, what you got? You got to come. You got to come hard because he got a real dark Golden Girls going on.
Yeah. So I actually don't watch Bel Air. I know it's a number one show. Ethan has tried to pull me into it, and I've heard great things about it, but I really like the original. And so when I watched the preview of Bel Air, I was like, this is going to be really heavy. And in full disclosure, I just don't feel like being heavy right now. I take things very emotionally. And so I just don't want the heaviness of the show in my life at this moment. So I'm passing on it right now. I may go back and look at it at some point. And I agree with Ethan. The book will is very, very good. And I recommend the audio version because there's great music in it. So that was a really great book.
Okay.
What would I reboot? I don't know because I think sometimes you just have to leave stuff alone. I don't know. Gosh.
But I mean, that's an honest answer, and I mean that's honest and that's a real answer. And it was easy for us to answer that question because we saw the greatness that is Bel Air, and there's been a lot of cheesy stuff that's been rebooted. It was like, why did y'all waste time in rebooting this?
Right.
There's something special. They take the DNA of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air and take moments and turn them into dramatic storylines.
Yeah.
And it is just impressive. I mean, I can also respect the weight that certain dramas bring and how you wouldn't want that on your soul and on your spirit. Now, at times, it's not a heavy show all the time, but compared to its predecessor, it just goes a little further than the sitcom did. But when you get into that headspace and you're ready for it, you're going to really appreciate the show because you're going to pick up on a lot of stuff that the sitcom did. You're like, oh my gosh. And everything up to the Carlton dance, it is being mentioned and it's incredible. So I'm not going to force you or push you, but when it's time, just let me know. You'll be like, you know what? That show is time to type.
Yeah, I can definitely see that it's good. Like just the preview, I'm like, this is some great acting. This is quality. I'm just not ready for it right now in this moment.
And I think the thing is, if you were to look back about Bel Air, like if you would have told me 6 months ago that they're going to take the sitcom Fresh Prince of Bel Air and make it a serious TV MA drama, I would have been like, no way, you can't do it. Like, but now that I see it's possible, I'm like, oh, this totally makes sense. Yeah. But it's totally out of the box thinking, right? So even if you took a show that was heavy back in the day, like a drama or something, and what if you made it a lighthearted sitcom today? Like it just forces you to think creatively, like, and I would be I'd be interested to see how creative minds pull that off.
I like the way you guys think. I mean, New Phone Who This is starting to take a life of its own. I mean, the way y'all answer the questions, bravo! I appreciate y'all. So, Monica, this is on you.
Okay.
You're hosting a game night. What 2 games are we definitely playing?
Taboo. That one just cracks you up. What's another game? Catchphrase.
Catchphrase. Okay. Ethan, what you got?
Pictionary for sure.
Okay, and, I see you.
Yeah. What's the one we play on the TV that the kids like? You have to lie.
Oh gosh.
Something with an F.
Fibbage.
Yeah, if y'all play Fibbage.
Never heard of it.
Oh, it is dope. Yeah, look up Fibbage. Cool. You actually play it on your TV or on a computer, but everybody uses their mobile phone to enter their answers. And it's a really clever setup and easy to play.
Fibbage, huh?
Fibbage, yeah.
Fibbage.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to look up that because I like games. All right. What's the best place to get books? At a real library, Amazon, Goodwill, used bookstore, or Barnes and Nobles?
Audible.
With the audible, she says audible.
Yeah, Audible 100%. But if I have to do tangible, if I need to buy a physical book, I'm going to Amazon. Amazon Prime has my number, boy. Everything. Amazon Prime at the door every day. Boxes is just like I'm addicted. So yeah, books too.
That's what's up. Okay. Last question. How do you prepare your grits? Salt and pepper, butter, cheese, or sugar?
Oh, sorry.
What was that? I'm sorry. What did you do? You said sorry.
That's sugar. I just can't.
I can't either. I'm loving you already.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think she choked up at the sugar. There.
I did.
Yeah.
Almost vomited.
Put the
Sugar-
camera on.
sugar's the
Put the
oatmeal.
camera on Kia because she's the only sugar person I think that's in the chat.
Oh,
Kia.
wow.
Kia.
So
No, see, you gotta do the water. You gotta do your water with a sprinkle of salt, your butter in the water, then your grits, and then you do your cheese once your grits have cooked, and that's it. You're good. Oh, perfect.
Man.
Discrimination.
Man, loads of butter, loads of cheese. Oh, I just like to where it's so cheesy that it's almost stringy, where the grits are like yellow. Oh man, that's the cheese.
You got cheese and grits. Hey, that sounds delicious to the mother.
All right.
All right.
Y'all
well,
not
ladies and
like, how are
What? Go
y'all
ahead,
not
say what you gotta
taking
say.
baking and putting it in the sugary grits? Like y'all just never did that as a kid?
That's
Wow,
oatmeal. That's
why would I do that to
oatmeal.
my grits?
No, Kia, no.
What are you doing, baby?
It's a time and place for the salt in the grits, but you do the sugary grits with the salty meat. And come on.
How about I say that sugar and brown sugar for my oatmeal? How about we do that?
right.
Oh, y'all stressing me
Y'all,
out.
y'all do stuff differently. That sounds like something they would do on Good Times. Y'all like that on the West Coast putting sugar in your grits?
Hey, you make it work, man.
Well, congratulations. Y'all survived. New phone with this. We're moving on to our next segment. It's a fun segment. This next segment is called We'll Be the Judge of That.
Court is now in session.
So, and we'll be the judge of that. I have 3 artists that we'll be listening to or watching their video. We're going to critique the music, and then in real time, the listening audience, the viewers, are going to vote for their favorite song. And if they win 3 weeks in a row, they become a champion, and they get their own episode where they get to be interviewed and do all these games and have fun. All right.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And we've discovered a lot of great artists on this segment. All right. Mm-hmm. Sean O'Leary is in the chat room talking about let's go. All right, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
He must got somebody he's supporting. All right. So this first artist, he hit me up out of the blue. And I was just like, I'm thinking it's one person. It was somebody completely different. I was like, okay, homie, I'm going to put you on the show. His name is Ishua Yao. And is he here? He is not. So we are just going to play his music. And JS1, are you ready?
Yep.
Don't play it just yet because the least I could do is read his bio. He has a bio and it's a quick bio. He says to me, doom, doom, doom. He says, what does he say, ladies and gentlemen? This is live. I go by the name of Ishao Olayami Yakub, popular known as Ishua Yao, aka Son of the Elders, with my contemporary and Afro hip-hop tune. I'm a performing artist from West Africa, Nigeria, Lagos to be precise. You can find him on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at Ishua Yao. Ladies and gentlemen, the name of this song, JS1, what's the name of this song?
It's called Let's Party.
Featuring Q Dot. Let's go.
Son of the elders. Shout.
Sókòlò tẹsẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ kó gbé bọ́dí káwọ́ sókè ẹ̀sìpátì títí tẹsẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ kó gbé bọ́dí káwọ́ sókè ẹ̀sìpátì títí ẹ̀sìpátì 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 títí ẹ̀sìpátì títí ẹ̀sìpátì títí ẹ̀sìpátì títí.
Ibi ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀, ìsàmáyà bẹ̀tẹ̀, mo ti gbé tuntun dé ọmọ ẹlẹ̀, ó yá tàdíreke yẹ kó mọ́lẹ̀, ṣoṣùrù balẹ̀, lóní kókó mi ló ẹ máa bá bẹ̀, tupa ajá balẹ̀, ìjó gbogbo, májò wọlẹ̀, na like this I dey step, hit the floor with your leg, from the right to the left, tó máa bẹ́, tó bá ló mọ tó, ó máa bá wa gan bẹ̀. Come over, win tech, it's your dance issue, ó máa connect, ọlọ́run ó máa connect.
Tẹsẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ kó gbé bọ́dí káwọ́ sókè ẹ̀sìpátì títí. Tẹsẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ kó gbé bọ́dí káwọ́ sókè ẹ̀sìpátì títí. Ẹ̀sìpátì 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 títí. Ẹ̀sìpátì títí. Let's party,
Shabu Infano, one leg over, leg walk, Mikano, Abracadabrano, on a high voltage ginger, Mikano, from Lagos to Kano, Bagbalada, or Moto Beto Lucario, to Batumere, Massa, or to the Vitoria Gario, what? O lè farapa, ojú bí ẹni tó gbé kọ́lí warapa, ó tún fi àpà, ó ta kárawa, ó ṣe wèrè jù, èèyàn báraka. Na you dey takulaya, na you be say budaya, kapuyaka, tíjó mi kò túraká.
Ó fi ẹsẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ kó gbé bọ́dí káwọ́ sókè ẹ̀sìpátì títí. Tẹsẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ kó gbé bọ́dí káwọ́ sókè ẹ̀sìpátì títí. Ẹ̀sìpátì 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 títí. Ẹ̀sìpátì títí.
Now like this I dey step, hit the floor with your leg, from the right to the left, to my bed, tó bá ló mọ tó, ó máa bá wa gan bẹ̀. Come over, win tech, with your dance issue, ó máa connect, ọlọ́run ó máa connect. On this booty time, Kodak things in the building, son of the elders. He shout. You don't know. I got your joy.
Issue with y'all, ladies and gentlemen. So what y'all think? And audience, I need y'all reactions. Okay, so I'm Lethal is in the chat room. She says, I love a good Afrobeat song. Sean O'Leary is like vibey. All right, nice. Our resident musician, Kia Renee, what you thinking about that?
I like a good Afrobeat too. It was giving me Nigerian nightlife. I definitely can, feel that. I can feel, some black people clowning and partying to that. There was a particular sound in there that really caught my ear. It reminded me of this old school song by Regina Bell called "Come to Me," and there were some bells in there that I heard. I'm wondering, was it a sample or, did they just pick up that sound? The only thing, it was kind of deceiving to me that the song was called "Let's Party" and the title was in English, but the song was in his native language. So that was the only thing that threw me off. I still loved it though.
Nice. Okay, Miss Lady Monica, what you think?
I liked it. I was moving in my seat. I thought it sounded really good. And I was actually, Kia, it's funny. I actually was trying to figure out, I felt like some of the other words were in English as well, but I couldn't really tell for sure. But no, it sounded really good. I could get up and dance to it. It's good.
You may be able to get up and dance to it, but Jay Kells in the audience says, I think I would have left this party. He is a clown.
That party went for you, Jay Kells. That party went for you, man.
All right, my man. What you got, Ethan?
Man, it is catchy. I can see that. I don't know how it's performing already, but I can see that it's got hit qualities. Now, it's definitely an international vibe. It's not something that I would put on and like ride to myself, like personal preference, but I could see, like he was saying, like I could see myself in Nigeria at a nightclub and that comes on and I might hop up and dance a little bit, because it's got that catchy international vibe. When you're somewhere else and you start to catch the rhythm of what's going on around you.
True that.
And I think it's dope. Like I could picture that scene in my mind. Yeah, I actually used to live when I was a kid. I lived in West Africa for a little while. I lived in Niger, which is the country right above Nigeria. So I was too young to experience nightlife. I was 9, 10 years old, but I get the vibe over there, and it kind of took me to that. I could feel the weather and everything. So I dig the song.
Okay, all right. Well, JS1, just because I like getting your opinion on music, what you got, homie?
Oh, I would definitely add this to a party mix. This is definitely something for the DJs. And like, I don't know who said it earlier that like, man, like America is really falling in love with Afrobeat. So this would be like, in a sense, Americans don't know who's popping and who's not. I could easily just be like, hey, yo, this is the hottest dude in Africa. And they were for real. Let me just put that in. It's good enough to intermix.
Well, dang, that's what's up. I love it. All right, we moving on to our next person. Kid, you want me to do this?
Our next person is Wonder.
Yes.
Let's see.
So our next competitor will be the judge of that. Goes by the name of Wonder. He's a singer, rapper, songwriter, producer. And Wonder never thought of becoming a music artist. Growing up listening to the likes of Alan Jackson, Muse, and Prince, the introduction of hip-hop and learning to play guitar would soon twist the destiny of a young, aspiring race car driver. From a young age, Wonder found his addiction to speed with his father's love for cars, inspired by legends like Michael Schumacher and Dale Earnhardt Sr., rest in peace. Wonder developed a passion for racing. Music would soon push that dream aside, so after Wonder received a copy of rap artist P.D. Pablo's Diary of a Sinner and his first guitar in elementary school. Later on, with the help of YouTube, Wonder not only taught himself to play other instruments such as piano and drums, but how to produce, record, and engineer his own rap music. Having bedroom recorded every song, Wonder is a textbook example of a do-it-yourself artist with a sound diverse enough to cross multiple genres. Wonder has now secured multiple brand deals with companies like Perry Ellis, accumulated over 1 million streams on Spotify, and becoming a viral sensation on TikTok. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners to the indie show, All Things Indie, put your hands together for our second competitor, Wonder.
What's up, y'all?
Hey.
That's quite the intro there. The whole bio.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. How are y'all doing?
I'm happy to have you, sir. Welcome to one of the greatest shows on TV. Tell us a little bit about yourself and introduce this song that you're showcasing to the world today.
Well, I mean, I don't know what more I could say. You just said pretty much that basically is my elevator pitch right there. But I'll kind of brush up a little bit more where I'm at. I'm Wonder, pop R&B artist from the Carolinas. I'm currently living in Charleston, South Carolina at the moment. Been making music ever since I was a little kid. This next song I'm about to show you guys is a song called F With You. And it's a song basically, for me personally, it was about a relationship that I went through with a girl in high school. It was just toxic and, she wasn't so good to me. And, something that kind of just brought back memories when I made the beat and something I kind of wanted to write about and just get off my chest. But not only is it about that, I feel like it's for people who have anyone or anything they want to say F you to. Like you could have a bad day at work and you're just stressed out and you're in the car and you just want to like, F you, like I'm over this. Like, so I feel like it can resonate with a lot of people. People are dealing with bullies. People are just dealing with bad times, rough times, and need to get through it. So,
and dealing with these high gas prices.
And these gas prices.
My man, that's Wonder. Put your hands together for F
with you.
All I really want to say, I don't fuck with you, that's the recipe.
Hi, Wonder here with the F with You recipe book, the easy way to tell a less than adequate person just how much they mean to you. Just open, find a recipe, collect the ingredients,
and bake to F you perfection.
You know, all I really want to say is, I don't fuck with you, that's the recipe. Naked on a beach, a couple Perrys, yeah, I got all the love that I'll ever need. Cadillac seats, California weed, yeah. So I don't fuck with you, that's a recipe. Drinks so sweet, the champagne free, yeah. And I got all the love that I'll ever need. I don't fuck with you cause you already fucked me, yeah. What's next? I don't answer your text cause I know you've been stressed thinking I might have sex tonight. But what's left? Shit, I already undressed, so I don't think it's far-fetched that I might have sex tonight. Yeah, you're probably right, and you just wanna know if I'm upset. But I swear to God I couldn't feel more alive. And I really hope that you ain't feeling nothing less, even though you were the one who acted foolish. I ain't tripping out the shit, I'm on some new shit. And I ain't slipping out again. I got a new bitch, we riding through this, so baby listen to it. I don't fuck with you, that's the recipe. Naked on a beach, a couple Perrys, yeah. I got all the love that I'll ever need. Cadillac seats, California weed, yeah. So I don't fuck with you, that's the recipe. Drinks so sweet, the champagne free, yeah. And I got all the love that I'll ever need. I don't fuck with you cause you already fucked me, yeah.
Don't we all wish there was a productive way we could tell someone to go f themselves? Well, now there is. The F with You recipe book, F You Brownies, are a delicious way to tell your best friend Stephanie, who hooked up with your ex-boyfriend Brad on your 21st birthday at Heather's mom's house, to go f herself.
Had to let it go. When I die, they'll bury me in headphones. I don't fuck with you, it will be written on my headstone. Rather fuck my music till it's pregnant and the legs blown. While you still out here wondering if I would take your friends home. Yeah, you're probably right, and you just wanna know if I'm upset. But I swear to God, I couldn't feel more alive. And I really hope that you ain't feeling nothing less. Yeah. Took the time that you needed. Took my heart now bleeding out. But you still feel the feeling. And I don't care how you feel. I got love for you, yeah. I got love for you, yeah. But I don't fuck with you, yeah, no more. I don't fuck with you, that's the recipe. Naked on the beach, a couple Perrys, yeah. I got all the love that I'll ever need. Cadillac seats, California weed, yeah. So I don't fuck with you, that's the recipe. Drinks so sweet, the champagne free, yeah. And I got all the love that I'll ever need. I don't fuck with you cause you already fucked me, yeah. I don't fuck with you, that's the recipe. Naked on the beach, a couple Perrys, yeah. I got all the love that I'll ever need. Cadillac seats, California weed, yeah. So I don't fuck with you, that's the recipe. Drinks so sweet, the champagne free, yeah. And I got all the love that I'll ever need. I don't fuck with you cause you already fucked me, yeah. So that's it. That's the one thing I had to say. Actually, one more thing. Fuck you.
But wait, you ask, doesn't baking brownies get messy? What do I do with the F you brownies?
Ooh-wee. Y'all done messed around and got some competition in this mug today. Brother Wonder, I got to say, you got some fire about you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that a lot.
You went in your bag on this one because that girl must have messed your mind up pretty bad for you to come with this fire. Because I'm just like, man, you was pew at everybody. I was just like, hey, dog, but that's fire. That song rides, and
thank you.
I got no problems with it whatsoever. You cussing, and it's so melodic and polite. I was just like, hey, you know what? I ain't got no problems with the cuss words. It's cool.
Big facts.
Oh, it's too funny. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Kia, darling, what you got?
Okay, so I think Wonder already knows really, really ridiculously good looking.
Shoot your shot. Shoot your shot.
He's definitely giving me model material right now. Like when a hump is casted for a movie, they pick Wonder. Definitely.
Thank you.
I need a close up on Wonder because I know he blushing.
No. Ear to ear, that's what's up. So to the song was good. It was very catchy. The video is definitely great. Looked like you had a nice little budget for the video. I enjoyed the whole infomercial thing. Tell the ladies, is that your phone number that popped up?
You can't text me at that number.
That's what's up, Wonder. Yeah, no, all around, I was really feeling it. He definitely put some time and some effort into that, and it shows. All the way around, lyrically, musically, the whole thing, the video, everything. I'm with it.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. It means a lot.
Real quick, I need to put my wife, the diva, on blast. Let me just go back. She says to you, Kia, she says, thank you, Kia. And then she follows that up with, I couldn't say it, LOL. So yeah.
Y'all
they blushing. Love it.
Oh my God.
What is this? This Sean O'Leary person says, shout out Menace Material for coming through on the video. All right, Menace Material.
Hey.
Shout outs to you. All right, the couple, the married couple. Let me see who I'm gonna go with first. Ethan, what'd you think about this joint?
Man, super creative. First of all, I love the video, the production quality, the creativity that you put into it, man, is awesome. Kudos to you for that. Yeah, I mean, it's a dope song. You know, I can feel your pain coming through in the lyrics and everything, and I think a lot of people can identify with that, and it'll resonate with a lot of people. So I just really applaud you for the way you put everything together. I like your whole style, your whole swag. You live in Charleston. That's a dope city. So I know you're a cool guy. So keep it up, man.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, man. It means a lot.
Monica.
Don't get in trouble, girl.
I know, right? I was just gonna say ditto to Diva's comment. That's all. Ditto to Diva. I'll just say that. And no, okay. So I'm actually a person who typically will turn off a song if it has like lots of curse words in it, because I'm like, mama too, and trying to ride with the pop music on. But I really like the song, and I really like the message, because we have all been there. I feel like at some point in time in our life, be it a relationship or, like you said, a job, whatever, dealing with even recently for myself, a customer. And I love my customers, but sometimes I'm like, oh my God.
Anybody's
really?
Perfect.
It's a great song. And I do love the creativity of the video. I think that had so many layers of messages in it that I really, really like that. And I don't know much about music. Like, I don't know chorus, bridge. I know the words, but I don't know where they fall in the song. But I think it was towards the end. I don't know if it's called the vamp or what it's called, but I really, really like that breakdown at the end where the girl is singing in the video. But I mean, still you, but I really, really enjoyed that part. So
thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm just tripping in how hard this dude is blushing. Knowing you got all the girls.
Believe it or not, that girl in the video, that's my girlfriend right there. She came
Hey,
in
keep it in the
clutch.
family. That's what's up. That's
Yeah,
what's
she crushed
bravo,
it.
young man. Bravo.
Thank you.
JS, I'm gonna give you a moment to say something.
Yo, shout out to young Matthew McConaughey in the building. You know what I'm saying? Love the record. I loved it. Yo, is the cookbook available for purchase? Can I buy that?
It is. It's available on the
Hey,
website. You can call
I
a
like
member. You can do
Yeah, man. I'm seriously gonna buy that joint, yo. And I'm gonna promote. I'm gonna play this record when I'm going riding through black colleges and all that. Like for all my exes, I gotta ride by my ex house and we gonna play that record. It's about to be lit, bro. And when you become a movie star, you know what I'm saying. Just give us the interview. You know what I mean? Like next time, do the interview with the shirt off, so that way all the ladies will go crazy. We need our numbers to go up. So yeah.
Oh my gosh! Hey, whatever y'all need.
Let's go.
Whatever we need.
Magic City.
No, not tonight. Not the way Kia and no, ma'am, stop. All right. Thank you so much, Wonder. You can sit in the green room. We appreciate you so much. All right. So our next competitor is the current winner. I can't say champ until she wins 3 in a row, but she's won 2 weeks in a row. Ladies and gentlemen, bring her to the stage. It's Lethal. Miss Lady, how you doing?
Hey, what's good?
Oh, you the one. Hair all looking good. You still got that killer smile. I see you.
Thank
Arkansas
you.
and Dallas, stand up.
Yeah.
So how you feel tonight? You win tonight, you will be our second champion. You excited?
Yes, I'm super excited. You know, I'm hoping my, people show up and show out. You know what I'm saying? It is a thick competition. You know, the other 2 artists' music was live. So yeah, I'm excited, anxious, everything.
So how's life been for you since we've seen you last? You won the last 2. Have you been doing any shows or anything recently?
Yes, I have. I probably did maybe like 1 or 2 shows since then. I'm actually about to get ready to go out to South by Southwest in Austin this weekend and do a couple shows out there. So yeah.
Okay, I like that. See that. Hey, give us a shout out when you're on stage. I appreciate that.
I got you.
Y'all heard it here first. All right, so tell the people, introduce your song, and let folks know how they can get in contact with you.
Well, my song that I'm playing, my video is The Mantra. Basically a song, it's basically me getting myself out of a dark space and just boosting myself up and reminding myself who I am, my higher self, talking to my lower self. And you can find me on all social media platforms at I'm Lethal. I am LYTHAL. I'm Lethal, just like my YouTube, like I've been commenting on here. But yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is our current winner. This is Lethal. Can she go 3 in a row? Will the competitors ruin the championship reign? JS1 is going to put the link in the chat room. Y'all click that link. Y'all can vote in real time. This is it, folks. Watch the video. Enjoy yourself. Thank you so much for participating, and we'll be the judge of that because you guys are the judges. It's going down. But don't vote until we watch the video.
I have done your
all right? Because you might change your mind if you feel in one way.
Something is going on.
That's enough talking from me. This is Lethal with The Mantra, the indie show. All things indie. Let's go.
it for me. Gotta glow like the sun rose. When you round, bad days turn upside down. I can see it in your soul. Caramel on your skin, looking lickable. This the high grade, standing untypical. All here for the queen, it's the ritual. Been killing this shit, it's habitual. Is that something you ain't never really seen? Do the dirt, but you came out clean. Step out and you light up the scene. Backing up what you talking really mean it. Say a prayer for the one that slept on you. Yeah, for real. They gonna have to wake up in a minute, though. I'ma have to hug it. I'ma have to touch it. Tell you that I love you. Put nothing above it. Looking in the mirror like damn. Checking at myself like damn. Looking back at it like damn. God, who the fuck I am? You too good. You so fine. Love yourself first. Cause you the prize. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. You too good. You so fine. Love yourself first. Cause you the prize. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. It's the personality for me. Be the kill and you only get one dose. Got a touch so gentle, real pleasant on the mental. And plus you got a dose so conversation gon' show the intellectual. Pretty brown but it's more than a sexual. Real beauty stand out, it's exceptional. You the baddest if you're speaking of confession. You must be the woman of their dreams. Gotta thank your parent for your genes. A melanated goddess on earth, represent for the real life queens. Gotta tell the folks that the price went up. Price went up. Nah, for real. I've been putting in too much work out here in these streets, for real. Goddamn. I'ma have to hug it. I'ma have to touch it. Tell you that I love you. Put nothing above it. Looking in the mirror like damn. Checking at myself like damn. Looking back at it like damn. God, who the fuck I am? You too good. You so fine. Love yourself first. Cause you the prize. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. You too good. You so fine. Love yourself first. Cause you the prize. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself.
Yo, you all have a hard choice. So some serious decisions have to be made. You saw 2 great videos and heard another song. What are you going to do? Because you can only choose. You can only choose one. It's only 2 things that's going to happen. Either our 2-time winner is going to be our second champion, or someone new is about to go on their road to greatness. Ladies and gentlemen, you have until this show is over to vote. You have until this show is over to vote. So when this show is over, you can't vote no more. That's it. So I just want to let you know. So there's no misunderstanding. You have, once the music is done, no more voting. With that said, I want to holler at my people. Monica.
Yes.
What you think?
I loved it. I love the confidence. I love this song because I really can get with it. Feeling myself, confidence, all up in the mirror. I loved it, Lethal. Good job.
Kia Renee, talk to him.
every time I hear this song, I just fall in love with it more and more, especially the video because she just makes it so believable. Like when she say she feeling herself, she meant that, and I can tell in the video. I love when she say a prayer for the ones that slept on you. That is amazing. And when she says she's been putting, a lot of work out here in these streets, I follow her on social media. I see what she does. When I met her, I believe I met her at a Fixer, and she was out there handing out her push cards. She was in there doing her networking. That's how I met her. So she really doing her thing. I'm super feeling it. I love all the details that she put in the video from beginning to end. I mean, just the small stuff from her nails to her braids to her beads. I noticed everything. Shout out to the natural body. Shout out to, all the positivity, to your sound, everything. I'm loving it. Congratulations for the first 2 wins. Good luck on the third one. Because you got some competition here.
She definitely got some competition. JS, I'm just gonna give you a moment. What you got to say?
Pure hotness and positivity. Excellent. Thumbs up, both thumbs up. Cheerio, pip pip, and all that good rabble.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
British JS1 is in the building.
Hey, before we go to the next thing, we got to do our sponsor real quick.
Go for it. Talk to him. Let's pay some bills real quick.
Seven Oaks Academy, the most established and prestigious school for toddler children in the country, located in Georgia. I think Atlanta, Georgia, or North Atlanta, Georgia, somewhere in Georgia.
Northeast Georgia.
There you go, because they have a 770 number. Yes, called there today. Their motto is peace of mind is our promise to parents. Your children will be 100% safe and very well educated and obviously fed and pampered in the best ways. They have children coming on yachts and private jets. So what you want to do right now?
Boy, you are stupid.
Your special investment that you've created, make sure that you sign them up for Seven Oaks Academy right now. So go to sevenoaksacademy.org or call 770-564-0470. Seven Oaks Academy.
I don't know. You said it sounds like the owl is telling us this.
Let's go.
Hey, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. All right, hey, Ethan, what you think about that last joint?
Oh man, fire, man. I love her style, man. Yeah, you talking about the Lethal one, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Lethal. And that smile is contagious. So she's rocking it. Yeah.
All right, you smiling too hard, dog. You smiling too hard.
For me or her?
Both of y'all. All right, Lethal. It's up to the people now. But I have to say that the fact that you from around my way in Arkansas, Southeast Arkansas, is crazy. So shout out to Gould, Arkansas. Shout out to Dallas, Texas, and just shout out to your fans. I would love to see you as champion. Yeah. But it's not on me. But I am so glad that I got a chance to meet you. So good luck and have a lot of fun at South by Southwest. I mean, kill it because we some fans.
Right. I am. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for the feedback.
That's what's up. Thank you so much. So you can kick it in the green room or do what you want to do. But we're going to move on to our next segment. I just need everybody to vote. JS1, give me that link one more time because as much as y'all put who y'all voting for in the chat, it doesn't count unless y'all vote. You see her pointing, she said vote. So with that said, we're moving on to our next one. Our next segment is called 101.
I can't believe that it's finally me and you and you and me, just us.
And bam.
And this is one-on-one with Ethan and Monica. So this is the interview portion of the show. We're gonna have so we have fun, but I want to know about you guys. You first of all, just to start out, thank you all so much. How do you work together, husband and wife, doing businesses together, and then come home and still be together? How does that work effectively? Let's get started with that.
Good, Monica, you go ahead and take this one first.
Okay. So I like to say it all comes down to a couple of C's. Well, 3 C's: communication, compromise, and Christ.
Okay.
We both are believers. And, one of the things that we both believe in, because we're both we're both type A's, we both think we kind of know everything. But when all is said and done, we communicate with each other. Like, we will not just not talk because we're mad. Now, we might take a breather, we might take a moment and go off and do our own things. But if we have something that we need to talk about, we're going to talk about it. And that's work related or, family related. And then compromise. We both can't get our way all the time. So sometimes we have to weigh, like, what's the pros and cons of this? Okay, this makes sense. This doesn't make sense. Okay, I'm going to give up a little bit of this for a little bit of that, so it really comes down to those 3 C's for me. And well, I think for us, but I don't know if he'd say the exact same thing, but
message. I love it.
Yeah. So for me, I think that the foundation is critical, and you have to kind of stay in your lane. And we were fortunate to learn this early on in our relationship, actually in premarital counseling. So we did this exercise where we were given a sheet of paper and a whole bunch of tasks, like taking out the trash, washing the dishes, changing the diapers, whatever, all, like household random family tasks. And then each person in the couple is supposed to write down the name next to it, who they think is the person responsible for that task. So I had a sheet, Monica had a sheet. And then, so I would write down what I think she's responsible for, and she would write down what she thinks I'm responsible for. And then you look at where we are in alignment, and you look at where there's some differences. And that's where you need to have a discussion, right? Because if I think that she's the person responsible for rolling the trash cans out to the side of the street, but she thinks I am, then come Tuesday night, we're going to be looking at each other like, hey. So we resolved those issues ahead of time and agreed on who would be what I call the DRI, the directly responsible individual for each one of those tasks. I borrowed that term from Steve Jobs. And so we use that in our business and in our household, and we know who is the directly responsible individual for each thing. Now, that doesn't mean that the other person never does the thing, but we understand who owns the responsibility. Now, for example, like Monica is kind of taking on like providing dinner, but she doesn't cook every day. She delegates it. We have a young lady who helps us around the house. Sometimes we'll do takeout, or she'll ask me like, hey, can you do it tonight? But she's kind of stepped into being the DRI for that at this season in our life. So that's just one example. I did end up being the person who rolls the trash out to the street, because I know you guys were wondering who does that.
Nice.
But
nice.
Sometimes if I'm out there and I feel like it, I'll just do it. It just depends.
Yeah. Okay.
Very, very rare, but.
So both of you guys are Greek, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So how, being in Greek organizations, how has that affected your life, your outlook? Because I see that you guys have Greek related businesses, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that.
Sorry, we just heard a loud noise, and our kids are kind of fending for themselves. Yeah, so man, being Greek, it's funny. When I was a freshman, I wasn't into Greek life, and I thought it was crazy. But I had a heart-to-heart talk with one of my friends, and he taught me about the brotherhood aspect from it, and how it just teaches you resilience. And so I'm glad I did it. My life would obviously be very, very different if I didn't do it. But certain things like just stayed with me, like excuses, like the poem we had to learn when we were online. Excuses are tools for the incompetent. They build monuments of nothingness. Those who choose to use them seldom amount to anything. I mean, that's baked in. Like, I'm never going to forget that. And what it does is it erases victim mentality. And so I live my life in that way. Things like the poem Invictus, know that by heart. I'm the master of my fate. I'm the captain of my soul. So all of this stuff is like a guidance system for my life. And it just so happens that we were both in the she was in a sorority, I was in a fraternity, and we still am, and we're both life members. And at the time, I was into the design aspect of it, and she was into the business. She was in the business school, so we were both Greek, so we just kind of ended up doing stuff for Greeks as just kind of a fun project. Actually, it was a school project of mine for an art class that I was taking, a branding class. Okay. And I was to make this fictitious company and design the logo and the website and the business cards and all this stuff for this fictitious company. So we reserved the domain name stuffforgreeks.com because we couldn't think of a better name. And we made all this stuff, and it just happened to attract real attention from real people across the country who wanted to order their Greek paraphernalia online. So that's actually how it started.
So basically it started because of something you had to do for a class, and it just caught on organically.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Look at God.
Yeah. Look at God. Yeah.
It's funny. I would say for me too, when I went to UGA, Greekdom was not in my mind at all. Like I was just like, I'm going to make the dean's list and to get out of here so I can get a good job. And, but I met some really wonderful people, and they were either all AKAs or they wanted to be AKAs, and they eventually became AKAs. And so that's the way I went. And honestly, those women just rocked everything that they did. So for me to be any less than that was unacceptable. I would have never been in the organization. So that in itself just makes me persevere. And whatever comes my way, I know I can handle it no matter what.
Awesome. So I'm going to use this point to shift gears just a little bit. We're going to come back to one-on-one with Ethan and Monica because I want to talk to you, Monica, about your background and your podcast. And Ethan, you got a new book, #1 on the charts with an S. We're going to talk about that too. But before we do that, everyone loves mastermind games.
Let the games begin!
Today's mastermind games is a fun one. It's called Divine 9 Lives. All right?
Interesting.
Very interesting. So in today's game, your job is to figure out which celebrity is not. I'm going to give you 3 celebrities. You got to choose who isn't part of that organization. All right? Are you ready?
Maybe.
All right. You guys are going against each other. So you can give separate answers if you want to. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, cool. So our first one, we're doing AKAs, Alpha Kappa Alpha.
It's going to be really bad if I don't know the answer.
Oh, this should be fun then. All right. Kamala Harris, Felicia Rashad, or Angela Bassett?
Who's not?
Who is not an AKA?
Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett.
Both of them say Angela Bassett.
Ding,
and
ding,
the
ding.
answer is Angela Bassett.
Woo!
All right. Ethan and Monica both. Woo! Nervous just a little bit, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. All right. So Alpha Phi Alpha. All right.
Uh-oh.
This one. We got Omari Hardwick, Raphael Warnock, or J. Anthony Brown.
J. Anthony Brown, I think. I would say J. Anthony Brown.
Yeah, I would say the same thing, actually.
They both say J. Anthony Brown. Now, people in the chat room, you can play along with us. It's not going to affect anything. I just wanted to see if you guys know what's up. J. Anthony Brown is correct.
Yay!
J. Anthony Brown is actually, I forget. All right, moving on. Delta Sigma Theta. We got Keisha Knight Pulliam, Mara Brocker Kill, or Jada Pinkett Smith.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Jada Pinkett. Yep.
Dang, y'all said that with some authority. Y'all said that with y'all chest. I don't want to change your answer, huh? All right.
No.
The answer is Jada Pinkett Smith. She's an honorary AKA. So far, Stuff for Greeks is helping y'all out. Look at that. Number 4, Omega Sci-Fi. Steve Harvey, Shaquille O'Neal, or Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie.
Why y'all laughing?
That was too easy, man.
Because those two, Shaquille and Steve, they throw the hooks every opportunity
Everywhere.
they get. So
They out. They're always out.
They're always out.
And you guys are correct. Once again, it's a tie. Lionel Richie is an alpha.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I always
but
picture
can
him
see
dancing on the ceiling when
Oh, Zeta Phi Beta. We got Cheryl Underwood, Wanda Sykes, and Selena Johnson.
Selena Johnson.
You both say Selena Johnson.
Yeah.
All right. So let me see. Let me check. Ladies and gentlemen, the answer is Wanda Sykes. Wanda Sykes is an AKA.
No way.
She's looking at me like, are you sure?
Is she honorary?
Diva, is she honorary? I don't think she is, but we'll go on. We'll move on. Kappa Alpha Psi.
Okay, Ethan, this on you.
Pastor Jamal Bryant, Cedric the Entertainer, or Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. I knew that. I know that one.
That is correct. Sigma Gamma Rose. We got MC Light, Zora Neale Hurston, or Hattie McDaniel. Good.
I'm gonna say Zora Neale Hurston.
What were the options again?
Show it again. It is Zora Neale Hurston, MC Light, or Hattie McDaniel.
I'll go with Hattie McDaniel just to be different. I have no idea.
Okay. You say Hattie, and Ethan says Zora. The correct answer is Zora Neale Hurston.
Look at you pulling ahead.
You in the lead by 1, sir. All right, Phi Beta Sigma. We got Hines Ward, Hugh Douglas, and John Singleton.
John Singleton is a noob.
I'm just gonna say the same thing Ethan said.
Yeah, as you see, you messed up when you gave that extra information. Now she piggybacking on you, and that is correct. It is John Singleton.
Rest in peace. By the way, Snowfall. I hope you're up on Snowfall. That show.
I'm behind on Snowfall.
Ooh. Oh, it's so good. So good. Rest in peace, Brother Singleton.
Diva Wanda Sykes is not honorary. She went through Gamma Theta chapter.
I did not know she was an AKA.
I didn't either. I probably did at one point, but
yeah, I got you. All right, this is it. You're either going to tie or Ethan is going to win. And after y'all answer the questions, I need y'all to tell me about this organization. All right.
Okay.
So
Iota Theta.
Phi Theta.
Yeah.
TC Carson, Spencer Christian, DJ Chocolate. Y'all breathing too hard.
I'm gonna go with DJ Shockley, unless he did a grad chapter. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with.
This is when the Jeopardy music started playing.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Spencer Christian.
Spencer Christian for Ethan. DJ Shockley for. Are you sticking with DJ Shockley?
I'm just gonna stick with it. I don't know.
I'm glad you did because DJ Shockley is incorrect. Congratulations. Look, y'all in on a tie. I'm gonna do that for y'all. Congratulations. Y'all tied. But so you don't hear about the IOTAs a lot. What is that? What y'all know about that organization? And do they sell a lot of merch?
Founded in 1963. They were founded in 1963. The great thing about their organization is that they were founded primarily for older college males. So a lot of the gentlemen who were in college in their late 20s didn't necessarily want to join some of the organizations that were for the undergrads that were in their teens. So that's what I know about Iota Phi Theta. And they do buy merch because it's a good bit of them out there. Yeah.
Yeah, the IOTAs are cool, man. People give the IOTAs a hard time because they aren't that many of them. They're the smallest of the Divine Nine organizations. And obviously being founded in 1963. They were founded in my hometown, Baltimore, and they are actually super cool. Yeah. We went to one of their conventions years ago, and we were a vendor. And man, they welcomed us in with open arms and treated us really well. Everyone was so nice and no one was pretentious. They have a sister organization called the Iota Sweethearts, and they're like an official sister organization. And it was fun. Everybody's really cool.
Nice. So congratulations. Let's one more time put your hands together for Ethan and Monica. They survived the mastermind game. So I want to talk about the book, but Monica, I want to talk about real quick your podcast, and also in your bio we talked about your background. How much did your past influence how you look at life and your drive and passion to be successful?
Oh my gosh, that's a really deep question. So tremendously, because my grandmother, who was, I promise you, one of the hardest working women I know. At any given time, she may have had 3 jobs. She had 3 kids, and she raised them pretty much by herself. And just watching that persistent, that perseverance, that everything to make sure that her family had what they needed is so inside of me. Like one of my quotes is my mindset is propelled by my history. And my grandmother, actually both my grandmothers are a huge part of that. But I actually grew up in the house with my mom's mom, and she just instilled so much in me, like to just never give up, to go for it. She didn't have, she only had a 6th grade education. And so she couldn't read well. And that for me just really makes me want to make sure I'm educated. I continue to read. I tell my kids all the time, you are a learner for life. So you will, even after you graduate from master's, doctorate, whatever, you are continuing to learn and read and get information, get knowledge, because that's how you grow as a human being. So yes, the way I grew up has everything to do with who I am today, for sure. So
tell everybody about your podcast, how they can catch it, where to catch it, and hype it up real quick.
All right. Well, the podcast is called Become Your Own Boss. And it's not just about being the boss of your business. It's about being the boss of your entire life. So definitely check it out. You know, if you do have that entrepreneurial bug, or if you have a side hustle, it's a great podcast because I dig into the mistakes that I've made as a business owner, the mistakes that I've made in life in general, in some cases. And so it really is about uplifting and growing us so we can leave a legacy for our families in the future. So whether you have kids or not, at this point in time, maybe at some point you want to, how are you going to leave that legacy And it may just be to your nephews or nieces, but what's that legacy you want to leave? So many times, especially in our communities, we oftentimes, and I'm going to get on a quick soapbox, just real quick. We won't have life insurance. We won't have a will. We won't have those things that elevate a lot of other cultures. And so I like to talk about those things, not just your business, but do you have a will? Do you have life insurance? Do you have a savings account? Do you have investments? What are you doing to truly make sure you have a legacy in your life? And you can find the podcast just about everywhere. I'm on Apple, Google, Anchor, Spotify, Pandora. You can ask Alexa to play it. It's everywhere. So check it out. I'd love the feedback. If you have any, leave me a review on Apple or Spotify. Leave me a review. I love the podcast. I love doing it because I feel like it's an opportunity to share so much with people.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations on that and continued success. Mr. Ethan, Mr. Number One.
Hey.
Now, I saw the post that you made about your book being number one on how many different charts?
Yeah, so it is, I just took a call from my publisher she's been giving me like the latest stats. So we are fortunate to have hit number one bestseller status in the US in the category of books about happiness. We have also hit bestseller status in 13 other categories, which means we're in the top 10 in those other categories. Some of them are like personal success and business and things like that. And then we've also hit bestseller status internationally, and we're really close. We're trying to hit number one international bestseller status, which is the highest you can get. Right now, we're at number 2 in Canada and in Australia. So I'm really, really trying to push and hit that number 1 spot.
Bruh, you out there doing it. So tell everybody about the book. What made you come up with it? And do your thing. Tell us about it.
Well, the book is called Wealth Beyond Money, Unlocking the 6 Dimensions of Success for Richness in Every Area of Life. And my journey with this book actually started about 8 years ago when I heard this story about a guy named Paul Castle. He was a multimillionaire living in UK, and he had it all going for him, driving the Bentleys, the Ferraris, the private jets. He played polo with Prince Charles. He had it all, right? And then one day he steps out in front of a subway train intentionally and takes his own life. And when I heard that story, I was like, what would make this guy do that? What would drive him to do that when he seemed like he had everything going for him? And around this same time, I had gotten involved with a lot of different entrepreneurs organizations. And I saw some people really have a drive just to grow their company, just pure revenue growth, just money, 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 and neglecting their health, neglecting their relationships, their marriage, their kids. And I even started to see myself kind of going down that road a little bit. And I decided to catch myself, and I analyzed life, and I came up with these 6 buckets, which I call the 6 dimensions of success. And they are spirituality, intellect, money, your physical presence, your love and relationships, and entertainment. And that spells an acronym. It spells the word simple, because I think we make it too hard on ourselves to try to do this whole thing called life balance. And instead, I believe that you can, with constant calibration across those 6 areas, you can really have it all without going off the deep end and having some type of imbalance that causes you to do what Paul Castle did. Or even examples like, legends like Prince and Michael Jackson, who left us at a very young age, but they were immensely talented. Why did they die in their 50s? What could have been maybe done differently to kind of bring things back and calibrate them a little bit more to where they could still be with us today, putting out hits and being the icons that they were. So I just went on I just became fascinated with researching all types of successful people and behavioral psychology and the science of personal change and trauma, because a lot of times it takes a traumatic event to make us change our behavior for the better. But how can we make those positive changes in our lifestyle, in our finances, in our relationships without having to go through the painful moments? Because sometimes you can't bounce back from those painful moments. And I go deep into a lot of painful moments from my personal life in the book, and how I was fortunate to come out of that. Oh, you're showing the both of the covers there. But yeah, so that's what the book is about, and I'm just very, very fortunate that it's done so well on launch day. I'm extremely, extremely happy. We had some early reviewers read the book and give us feedback and give testimonials, and I've been going through rounds of editing. And Monica will tell you I've been putting in so many late nights since late 2021, and I really wanted to make this a piece that will change people's lives. And I'm impressed by it. I wasn't expecting this, but I'm really blown away by the number of people who have read my book who said that they've read it twice already, or that they plan to read it twice. To me, that's the biggest honor. I read a ton of books, but there are very few books that I read more than once.
This is true.
And those, I mean, you can look behind me and see my library. Like, those are, like, I mean, to say I read your book twice, or to recommend a book to someone else, like books that I give to someone else or that I read twice are the only books that I recommend. If I read it once and it's okay, then I don't really talk about it that much. So that's a huge honor to me. And now for it to have hit the #1 bestseller list is I'm just blown away. I'm on cloud 9 right now. And I've had very little sleep. I was up till like 3 a.m. preparing for the launch, and then I only had about 4 hours of sleep. Then I've been on like radio shows and talk shows like all day. So I'm like in a cloud state mentally right now.
Yeah.
And then on top of that is like #1 bestseller. I feel like I'm dreaming a little bit. I got to pinch myself.
Brother,
I think he went to bed around 4.
Was it 4? Yeah.
Yeah, it was late, really late.
You definitely earned this. All these accolades and this attention you're getting, you definitely earned this. Like, all right, I want to read something. This is from Guiding Principles, Principle 5. There are no rules. All right. Okay. Life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact. Everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. And you can change it. You can influence it. Once you learn that, you'll never be the same again. Steve Jobs. And you go on to say, the things we call rules were just made up by people who came before us, who are trying to figure stuff out just like we are. These rules and constraints that we have on us were created by our parents and their parents and their parents, who at one point were just kids trying to figure it out too. I'm not advocating for you to break the law. I'm saying don't feel constrained by cultural rules, traditions, and expectations. It's all made up, and you can live life on your own terms. Got real deep on that one, bro.
Man,
you wrote that.
I was about to say amen to that.
You wrote that, bro. Pat yourself on the back, son. That was nice. That was deep.
100%.
That's real talk.
I believe that. And it took me a long time to figure that out. And a lot of people never figure that out. You know, they leave, grow old, and just how many, we're conditioned. And we care so much about what people think, about what our parents think, our brother, our sister, and we're just molded in this certain way. And it's hard to really push. And sometimes you got to look deep inside you and go with what you know to be true, because this is your journey that you have on this earth. You came in by yourself, you're going to leave by yourself. So you got to make hard decisions in order to get what you want. And sometimes you may, ruffle some feathers along the way, but you got to be okay with that if you want to have what I call true success in life and true wealth. Not just financial wealth, but the true wealth in life is really happiness. And that's why I'm honored that the book became #1 in the happiness category, because that's really what it's about. I wasn't thinking about it from that aspect when I was writing it. I counted in the word happiness is only in the book 3 times. But it's #1 in the happiness category because that's what it's about. And
how can we get our happiness? How can everyone get their happiness on? Yeah. How can they get this book?
I made it easy for you. Go to ethansbook.com. That is the easiest way to get the book. It has all of the country links. Choose your country that you're in. I'm sure you have a global audience here. Please choose your country that you're in, because that's how we hit the international bestseller list, by making sure you go through your country. But go to ethansbook.com. You can get it for the special launch price of just $1.99. And we're donating all of the proceeds from the launch to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital.
Oh
So,
man.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not doing this to make money. I am doing this for, I want to spread the word as much as possible. Oh, thanks for pulling up the site there.
And if you have friends in Canada or Australia,
yes,
WhatsApp them. Be like, buy this book.
Yep, it's
now.
morning in Australia now, so hit them up and be like, buy this book now.
Yeah, you can't beat $1.99.
Yeah. So it's out on Kindle now. You don't need a Kindle to read it, but we're releasing the digital version first. You can read it on any device, and the reason we're doing that is to get it to bestseller status, so that it gets more visibility. And then when the print version comes out, now we know which ribbon will be on the book, and it will say #1 bestseller or #1 international bestseller, whichever one we end up landing on.
Smart. You thinking, brother. I like that.
It's that UGA education.
Already. You already know. We believe red and black over here. So before I let you guys go, we seem like we can just talk forever on this topic. You guys went out of town living in igloos and seeing the northern lights. I'm just like, whose life is this? This is a beautiful experience.
Aurora Borealis is an
we don't even have to put the music on. While the video is going on, tell us about this experience. How did it go down? Because it looks beautiful.
Yeah. So this had been on my list for a while. Ever since I was a kid and I saw pictures of the northern lights, I was like, man, I want to see that one day. Here's the thing though. Neither one of us are fans of cold weather. Like we are beach people. But you have to go in to have the greatest chance of seeing the Aurora Borealis. Yeah. You have to go to Alaska when it's the coldest time of year. So January, February, it was literally -30 degrees.
I'm out
there. So we were out of our element, but man, it was a once in a lifetime thing. Like everyone should see this in person. Like the pictures don't even do it justice. It's tough to capture it in a picture, but it's actually moving when you watch it, and to see the sky moving like that is just majestic. And the igloo, you see the photo there, it has a glass ceiling. It's a nice warm igloo, and you literally fall asleep just looking at the magic. And I just can't help but think about the beauty, the beautiful earth that God created for us. It's a beautiful work of art that He created for us to enjoy.
You know, one of the things I enjoyed about it is it's so cold and quiet, and I could just think. Yeah. So if you want to get away for a moment and just think, it's a great place, because you're not going to want to go outside so much. Yeah, because it's cold.
So were you guys the 100% of the black population?
Yeah, we were, weren't we?
Well, at that location, yes. Yeah. But I feel like we saw some other people of color.
We did see more black people in Alaska than I thought.
Than we thought,
that lived there. So I was surprised by that. But lived there? They live in Alaska, yeah. Like people at the airport and at the grocery store and stuff like that. That just lived there. So I was surprised.
People rave about the life there, the culture, it's a little bit different from being a part of the 48. Yeah, so they kind of have their
people
own.
Actually move there. Like kids move. When I say kids, like 20 somethings move there for the lifestyle that's in Alaska. So I was surprised to learn that. But we were there with and this is a part. I talk about this in the book. The E in simple is for entertaining experiences, and it's about being intentional about designing these things in your life. And we are very, very intentional about that. And I try to do bucket list stuff as much as possible, because you never know when your last day is going to be. And I want to experience as many things on this earth as I can. We were just in Mexico. We haven't even posted the pictures, but we were like swimming with dolphins and, and zip lining and all kinds of stuff. So that I'm just all about the adventure, but also surrounding yourself with people that elevate you. So we went to Alaska with there were 40 people, 20 couples, and everyone was a member of Entrepreneurs Organization, which I'm part of. I was president of the Atlanta chapter. And to be a member of Entrepreneurs Organization, the minimum requirement, you have to run a business that does at least $1 million in annual revenue. So everyone there, like, we all kind of speak the same language, and we have the same struggles. We deal with the same drama, and it was just us in that community. And yeah, Monica and I were the only Black people, but EO is a global organization, so nobody really even sees color in that. I mean, there were people there from all over the world. So not only was it an amazing experience visually in nature, but we also learned a lot from the people around us and that we met, and we help each other level up. So that's what life is all about.
Man, it's been an honor to talk to you two, Monica, Ethan. Man, y'all got stories for days. I am just so happy for y'all, proud of y'all. Congratulations for all of y'all's success. This part of the show is called The Last Word. And the last word is where you guys get to kick your shots and just say one final thing to the audience. Monica, I'm going to let you go first because I'm putting you on the spot.
Okay, that works. Well, first of all, I would like to say, Arvell, thank you so much. And Diva, thank you all for having us on the show. This has been so much fun. I didn't look at any previous shows, so I didn't know what to expect, but this has been so much fun. Thank you all so much. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I love followers on Instagram because I like to post tips for success, be it with your business or just in life. So my IG is Become Your Own Boss Podcast. And check out the podcast. But that's my last word. Thank you so much for having me.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Ethan, what you got? Can you top that?
I want to say thank you too. It's been a lot of fun being here. And before I get into my one thing, I want to let y'all know, man, Arvell and I used to play video games back in college. We used to play GoldenEye 007.
Yes, sir.
And, man, that was so fun, man. I honestly cherish those memories. I don't know if you still think about it, but I remember us getting together and playing GoldenEye, and man, that was so fun. So it's a lot of fun for me to be here.
Dude, I appreciate that. Hey, there's supposed to be a GoldenEye remake that's supposed to be on the Xbox. It hasn't become official yet, but be on the lookout for that.
All right. We're going to have to get up and play that.
For sure.
But yeah, to your audience, I want everyone to know that you are not stuck wherever you are. If you want to change your life, you can. Everything about your life is malleable, and you can morph it into whatever you want it to be. You are more powerful than you think. If you, I'm very spiritual, and I believe that what the Bible says, we are created in the image of God. But the way I see it, if you imagine God as a big flame, and we are small flames coming off of that master flame, and we have the same properties of that flame, and we have the ability to shine and create. And that's what we were put here to do, is create. So go forth and create and just be the best possible version of you. There are no limits. There are no rules. You got this.
Drop the mic.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. JS1, real quick, what you got?
Yeah, I have no way to come behind what they just said. It was the most positive thing I've heard in the last 7 days. So, hey, everybody buy the book, support a Black business today, and read it and get a better life. So that way, we don't have to lock you up or something like that. Yeah, I think that's about it.
With that said, I thank everybody that has tuned in. I really appreciate it. Hope y'all come back. Monica and Ethan, you guys are great. You guys are welcome back anytime because y'all are some excellent guests. Y'all got fire stories, and I just love y'all energy. I don't know.
Man, we love your energy. But we didn't expect the games and all that stuff, so that was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, this is a podcast. It's a podcast, but it's really a late night talk show.
Here we go.
I loved
There
it.
we
I've
go.
always wanted to be on Jimmy Fallon, so this was like way better. Way better.
Way better.
Way better. I love it.
We just need some backers and some sponsors, and then we're gonna take this thing national.
All right.
Love it.
Got you.
Make sure that you vote, people, because as soon as this show is over, I'm not counting any more votes. It's Lethal, it's Wonder, and it's Ishua Yao. That's who y'all voting for. Now is the time. What did she say? Lethal, thank y'all for the votes. Make sure y'all vote on the link in the comments to make it official. And she says the show was dope AF. Shout out to everybody, to my crew, JS1, to Kia Renee. I just love y'all so much. Next week, the sponsor this month is Seven Oaks Academy, and the woman who runs Seven Oaks Academy, Erica Brantley Gwen, is going to be in the building next week. We used to host a podcast together. That is going to be a fun show. Danjuma, thank you so much for tuning in. Glad you enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
All right, Dan.
Catch us every week, Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get the merch. I got to show you. Look, this is mine. It's my hoodie.
Yeah, nice. Got a GTA vibe going on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Already.
Gamers.
But I just want to thank y'all. Until next week, my name is Mastermind. This is the Indie Show, all things indie, sponsored by Seven Oaks Academy. Peace out until next time. Love y'all.
You got to do your thing.
Oh yeah, it's Tuesday night. It's the Indie Show. All things
Stanza. Check. The streets will talk, so you can check the rumors off. The takeover, top 20, of course, is what they speak about. So turn your speakers loud and blast and tweet us. Each and every Tuesday, hosted by Mastermind and the Diva. At 8 p.m., it's real radio, real fun. In the world of mannequins, it's the real one. So stay tuned for this typhoon of hits. I am Stans and I co-sign this. Do your thing. Yeah, do your thing.
One more time for your mind. 2 times the movie spiders, the hip hop, show stopping, fat, dropping, master of the wheels of steel. It's your man, Mastermind.